Welcome into the recap of the Cubs' 10-5 victory over the White Sox in Game 1 of the 2026 Crosstown Series. The first three at Rate Field on the south side of the great city of Chicago. I'm David Kaplan. It's brought to you by our great partners at Lakeside Bank. Do you need a mortgage? Do you need a refinance? Lakeside Bank's mortgage professionals are ready to talk to you. Lakeside Bank, it's about time. Cubs offense came to play tonight, folks. Edward Cabrera was fine. He wasn't great. Sean Burke was not very good for the White Sox, but give that team credit. They were down 4-1 and came back to tie the ball game, and then the Cubs blew it open with some shoddy relief pitching from Jordan Hicks, a leadoff double from Dansby Swanson, a really wonderful piece of hitting from Nico Hoerner to get Swanson into scoring position, and then the floodgates open, and the Cubs drill the White Sox by a final of 10-5. The Cubs' second straight win, and it snaps the White Sox 5-game winning streak. Let's get into it. It's also brought to you by our great partners at Tasty Trade. Stocks, crypto, futures, options, whatever you trade, the platform you trade on should always be tastytrade.com. QR code on the screen will give you a special offer from our friends at Tasty Trade. Cubs scored in the first inning. Ian Happ, who had a really, really good night. Ian Happ, a base hit to right center field, a bullet single, and that drives in Alex Bregman. 1-0 Cubs. It stays that way till the bottom of the second inning. Colson Montgomery hits a home run to right field. We are tied at 1. In the fourth, Carson Kelly comes through with a big hit in a big spot. He gets a soft single to left center field. That brings in Ian Happ, and the Cubs have a 2-1 lead. And then in the fifth, Michael Busch doubles down the line and right. Nico Hoerner all the way from first, and the Cubs have a 3-1 lead. Then Seiya Suzuki doubles into the left field corner. It's a 4-1 game, and you're thinking, all right, Cubs probably have this one in the bank. Not so fast, Sparky, because in the bottom of the fifth, Tristan Peters a ground out. That brings in Mydroth. Drew Romo a double. That brings in Benintendi. It's a 4-3 game. And then in the sixth, it's Miguel Vargas time, his 10th of the season, and it is now a 4-4 game. And Rate Field, which was sold out, is rocking. I'm telling you, they're jacked up. But the seventh inning proved to be the undoing for the Chicago White Sox tonight. Carson Kelly, a base hit. Matt Shaw down to second. Seiya to third, and Bregman scores, and now the Cubs have a 5-4 lead. PCA a base hit. That's going to bring in Seiya. Matt Shaw thrown out at the plate, though, and it is a 6-4 Cubs lead. In the eighth, Dansby Swanson scores on a wild pitch. He had gotten a double. It's still a tight game, 6-4. He's at second. Nico Hoerner on a 99-mile-an-hour pitch. Ex-White Sox player and my friend Brian Anderson, who you hear on our White Sox Recap podcast with Guff. I don't know how Nico was able to get his bat on the ball to get Dansby over to third to set that run up, scoring on the wild pitch. Hicks was just awful tonight. Could not throw strikes. Matt Shaw walks. That brings in Michael Busch. Carson Kelly doubles. That brings in two more. And then the scoring closes in the ninth. Jared Kelenic hit a long home run to center off Javier Assad to make it a final of Cubs 10 and White Sox 5. Our Gallagher player of the game. We could go a number of ways here. I'm going to give it to Carson Kelly. A 3 for 5 with 4 RBI night. I did not think Cabrera was great tonight. Sean Burke, as I said earlier, was not very good at all, but Hicks was awful, and he proved to be a real undoing late in the ballgame for Will Venable's bullpen. Nico Hoerner, a 1 for 6 night, but he made some spectacular plays. One robbing Murakami. Are you kidding me? A diving stop, throw him out at first, It was just a magnificent play by the best second baseman in all of baseball. Michael Busch, 1 for 4 with an RBI and scored 2. Bregman, 2 for 3 and scored 3 runs. Ian Happ, 2 for 4 with an RBI and scored a run. Seiya, 2 for 4 with an RBI and scored 2 runs. And the Cubs bang out 14 hits. So the offense that had been very quiet on their trip to Texas and Atlanta came to play today as they win the ballgame by a final of 10-5. Our Gallagher player of the game again is going to be, without a doubt, Carson Kelly, 3 for 5 with 4 RBIs. Gallagher serving the Chicago business community and their insurance needs since 1927. AJG.com. I took you through the box score, but I also want to talk about the Cubs bullpen as we look at all the numbers, brought to you by Sinus and Snoring MD.com. I'm going to sleep like a baby tonight. My favorite baseball team, the Cubs, won over their arch rivals, the White Sox. And Sinus and Snoring MD is the reason I won't snore tonight. Thank you, Sinus and Snoring MD.com. Rollison came in. He wasn't very good. But then they went to Thornton, and Thornton was magnificent. 2 innings of hitless, runless, 2 strikeout, no walk baseball. He picked up the win. He's 2-0. Thornton was magnificent. And then 2 innings of 3 hit, 1 run baseball with no walks from Javier Assad. So you did not have to use any of your high leverage relievers. Again, that is our Inside the Box score, brought to you by Sinus and Snoring MD.com. A quick look at the starting pitching matchup, brought to you by our friends at Hooters, 11 Chicago area locations. Edward Cabrera, 4 2/3, 3 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 2 Ks, 3 walks, 1 home run allowed. Rollison, a third of an inning, 2 hits, 1 run, and it's earned, and a walk, no strikeouts, and a home run. Thornton, 2 innings, as I said, just a magnificent outing with 2 strikeouts, and Assad, I told you, as well. So, again, Sean Burke was not good, but Hicks was awful tonight. Burke, 4 1/3, 8 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 5 Ks, a walk. And then you look at Jordan Hicks, 2/3 of an inning, 1 hit, 4 runs, all earned, a K, 4 walks. Schweitzer came in and was able to finally slam the door on the Chicago Cubs. Quick look ahead, brought to you by Studio 41 Home Design Showroom. They'll do your kitchen. They did ours. They'll do your bathroom. They're doing ours. Studio41.com. 2 more with the White Sox. 6:10 Saturday night, and it'll be a dandy pitching matchup. Davis Martin against Jamison Tyone. And then Sunday, it'll be Colin Ray for the Chicago Cubs against Eric Fetty, a 105 first pitch at Wright Field. And then the Brewers roll in for 3 games at Wrigley Field. Hope you had a really good night. If you're a Cub fan, atta baby. Wake up tomorrow, grab a cup of coffee, and find a way to win another baseball game. Enjoy your Friday night. Take that.